Hey, it's George here. I want to give you some of my thoughts on Seesaw and its use and how powerful it can really be. This year we've been using Seesaw in our school. It's been just a wonderful learning tool, but I find a lot of the teachers, including myself, have been using it for a lot of documenting learning and reflecting on learning, which is great, but it's also a great tool for actually assessing learning. So if you can see my screen here, I'm on my Seesaw account, and you can see I have access to all of the classrooms in my school division here, or in my school, sorry. And I'm going to stay in the teachers class today. This is a class that we use with our teachers to practice using Seesaw and trying new things. So on the right side of my screen, you can see that there are my iPhone that I have here is set up so it feeds real time onto my screen. So let's get started, and of course right from the start you want to get your class code, and I'll click on my Seesaw account and I'll log in as a student. Now this is a activity I did for math in a grade 4 classroom. We're learning about multiplication, and I was asked to do I was asking the students to show their multiplication knowledge and skills through the Seesaw Photos app. So what I had them do was I had them take a photo, and I told them that they had to find or create a multiplication sentence in the classroom. So some students found things like tiles on the floor, other students used pencils and crayons and blocks. I'm going to use these guitar picks just because I have them sitting here. And I told them that they had to take a picture, and then with the picture they had to show their understanding of multiplication. So after they took their picture, then they would use the drawing tool and record themselves speaking out loud as they were drawing. So I'm going to go click on there, and you can see the record button in the drawing tool here. So I'm going to click on the record. It'll give me a few seconds, and then I'm going to speak through my thinking as I'm drawing. This is 4 times 2, so it's 4 groups of 2. I'll draw that. 4 times 2, and that equals 8. I'm going to use a red ink, and I'm going to circle my groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are my 4 groups of 2, and I'm going to count to check my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. I'm going to click I'm ready to go, yeah. And I'm going to click the check mark, and then I'm going to go through and I want to tag myself. Of course, this is the students hopefully doing this independently. I'm going to tag myself here. Now, if you had a classroom pod of iPads, you could have multiple students doing this at once. If you had just one iPod in the class, then you could have students sort of taking turns. It could be a station. It depends. You have to structure it for your classroom. You can be up at the front doing real time. So I'll click on refresh my page, and I can already see I have one unapproved item here. So I'm going to go in, and you can see that there's my video. So I can either go straight from here, and I'm going to, if I was leading in front of the class, I could like that video and say, great job, George. This is exactly what I wanted from you. Great work showing your thinking. Or if I was after the school day reflecting and looking back at my students' learning, I can do it then. Where it gets really neat is the skills view that Division has set up for us here, where if I went to go into our skills view and I go, this is one I used earlier, so use diagrams, words, and equations to show multiplication facts to 5 times 5. So how I found that was I just typed multiplication at the top here. So I just typed multiplication and all of the multiplication outcomes kind of showed up. This is the one I chose to use. I'm going to click check and I'm going to say 3 because they only did one picture and that one picture showed 4 times 2. It doesn't show me all of their knowledge outcomes of their addition or multiplication facts up to 5 times 5. So maybe I'd ask them to do multiple arrays and multiple organizations to really show me their understanding. So I'm going to click check on that. And I'm going to approve it because that's exactly what I wanted to see on the classroom wall. Okay, so I'm going to go to the classroom feed here. Now, if I was a teacher and I did this multiple times throughout the year and continued to check in my Seesaw account and go and upgrade the skills outcome for all my students as we progress through the year, then I could go into here during come report card time and I go onto my skills view and I could really say, well, where is this young man or woman in their skills? And then you'd have multiple outcomes, of course, right? But I just did one just now. So this would be a skill. Okay, this is where they are, this is where the thinking are. And if they got it right, if they got it wrong, you could really see, and it would help you assess where that student is and where their next step might be. Okay, well, I hope you are using Seesaw, and I hope you are trying to go deeper with your Seesaw and not just use it as a classroom picture collection area, but as an assessment and reflective learning tool. Thanks.